What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Keto C, and today we are doing a Keto Q&A where I asked you guys to submit your questions to moi, and now I'm going to read them off right here, right now. Let's get to the first question. The first one comes from Keto Mama. Asked, how long have you been doing keto, and why and when did you start your channel, and how did you get it to grow so much? Early 2016, and essentially, you know, I gotta give all the credit to my mom. She's actually the one that turned me on to the diet itself. And she's like, hey, just try this keto diet thing. You know, maybe you could lose some weight. And I'm like, Mom, I'm pretty skinny as it is. And I lost like 30, 40 pounds in the first month and a half. And really just, you know, been keto ever since. And yeah, you know, that's kind of the long and short of it. I started my channel, I guess, just kind of the, you know, showcase kind of my creativity and show people kind of, you know, how fun it can be to be keto and, you know, recipe videos, things like that. So that was kind of the whole main motivation behind it. Because after I lost all that weight, I'm like, I gotta tell everybody. Like, I want to tell everybody about keto. Early 2017, like midsummer or something like that, posting more videos and recipes and stuff like that. So that's kind of when I first started it. How did I get it to grow so much? Collaborating with other YouTubers in the beginning. I gotta make really cool, high quality content that people are like, hey, this is easy, this is fun to watch, I like it. The biggest thing for me is making content that's easy for people to quote unquote digest. You don't eat the videos, you like consume it. That's why I say digest. Okie dokie, artichoke. Keto Sunshine, what's up, Will and Stacy? Is keto sustainable and safe to do long term? This seems to be something I have been asked by a few different people already, by people suddenly concerned with our recent weight loss and change of eating. Yes and no. I think it's not meant to be done forever. Like, that's crazy to say, oh, I'm never gonna eat a French fry, or I'm never gonna have a bun on my burger ever again. That's crazy talk, because French fries and buns, like, those are nice. I like those. More so strict keto for maybe the first year and a half, and then you'll get into the maintenance mode where you're essentially just reintroducing those foods that you weren't eating in the beginning back into your diet, like, you know, bananas or oranges or other kinds of foods like potatoes, things like that. I need some water. Blondie Keto Queen asked, what are your tips for people doing keto as lifestyle/maintenance? Meaning they aren't doing it for weight loss. Do the roles change? I think some of the tips that I would have for some people that are in the maintenance road right now would be to reincorporate those foods that in the beginning you weren't necessarily eating as much of, but you can now. So maybe things like, you know, bananas or oranges. I'd also try to, you know, incorporate some exercise. So whether that be walking your dog, going on a hike, you know, going for a run. Like I said, reincorporating those foods, and then also incorporating exercise if you can back into your lifestyle, whether it be something that's super easy or super moderate. So those would be my two biggest tips. Next one from Claudia M said, what is your sweetener of choice and which ones should we stay away from? Also, I get a slight headache after using liquid stevia. Is that normal? Thank you. You're welcome. Xylitol is my sweetener of choice. I don't use it very often in my recipe video just because I'd rather have it just be something that's natural. So I might use, you know, blueberries or strawberries or some other type of fruit because it has natural sugar in it. I try not to, you know, stray towards the sweeteners if I can. Stay away from aspartame, maltodextrin, that's bad juju. I'll post some links in the description to some articles that I was reading about in terms of sweeteners that are good and bad. So if you want to do some more digging and research on that, I would definitely advise you on that. If you're taking liquid stevia with any sort of medication you might be on, then it might cause some adverse reactions. It could be because you're not getting enough sleep, you could be restless, it could be stress from work. So there's lots of other factors that could contribute to a possible slight headache. I am not a doctor. I am a keto food blogger, YouTuber guy. Next one from Brunette Whispers. Did you start keto for health or weight loss? So I started it for more so health. The weight loss kind of just happened on its own. Most of that was, you know, just, I guess, water weight, and also the fact that I wasn't like, you know, kind of a heavy set kid. I was pretty thin, so I wasn't like, you know, I had a whole bunch of weight to lose, but apparently I guess most of it was in my stomach here. You know, I was sleeping better, also got higher levels of mental clarity, I had more energy throughout the day, and I just didn't feel sluggish and gross every time after I would eat a meal or snacks. And also the fact that I wasn't as hungry as often, so you're spending less money at the grocery store, which is very nice. Loving the questions. You guys are awesome with the questions. Ooh. Judy New Eden, we got a double whammy. 2 questions here. So, what sweetener has less aftertaste, or do you combine? And what is your favorite recipe? Xylitol. So xylitol is what I use. I don't really have much of an aftertaste from it. I think it might be because I use it in my cooking, but I think that if you put it in coffee or I guess maybe in tea, I don't know, do people put xylitol in tea? It depends upon the sweetener you're using, but for me in particular, just kind of speaking from experience, xylitol I found that doesn't really have much of an aftertaste. All the different sweeteners can, you know, have different, you know, effects definitely on your tongue because the palate is a very sensitive thing, so I will say that much. I think my favorite recipe would have to be the garlic cheese chips. Those were really easy to make. Those were awesome. Those turned out great and they taste amazing. They're portable. You can throw them in, you know, a little container, then take them to work with you or on the go. So those would probably be my favorite things to consume in terms of a recipe. Our next question is from Cupcake Girl 1979. Do you intermittent fast along with doing keto? I have a YouTube channel as well, and I posted some videos on my success with intermittent fasting along with keto, and was curious if you fast as well. I noticed a big change in my progress when I started fasting. Love your channel. Thank you so much, my dear. Much love back to you. So answer to that one would be yes, I definitely do. So in the beginning, like I mentioned, and now I do now, is intermittent fasting. So my eating windows might be, you know, 16-8 or 18-6, where I might not eat any food for 16 hours or 18 hours, and then I'll eat my food within that 6 or 8 hour window. So obviously it ebbs and flows depending upon the day and what I'm doing in terms of, you know, a daily workload, if I'm going to be going out somewhere, if I'm going to be running errands, if I'm going to be traveling somewhere far, commuting, whatever that might be. So definitely my eating windows are varied, but I found that intermittent fasting is a great tool that you can use. I wouldn't necessarily say it's, you know, mandatory, like, oh, you have to do intermittent fasting with keto. No, you don't have to. So it's like a happy accident. If it works for you, great. If not, you know, don't kill yourself over it because that's totally okay. To each his own is what I say. Everybody is different and unique and beautiful. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Jill Journey asks, what is your favorite keto bacon recipe? Oh, baby. All right, the chocolate bacon pops, and then I've also made the chocolate piggies. So both are really good, honestly. I mean, it's a tough one. I think I have to say the bacon pops just because they're easier to eat and consume. So your hands aren't gonna get all dirty and sticky from, you know, picking up the piece of bacon, as opposed to when it's on a pop, you just like pick it up and be like, that's good. Chocolate bacon, boom, bada boom, bada bing. Awesome sauce. All right, great question, Jill. Jasmine Gonzalez asked, can you describe the chocolate bacon pops? Scared to try the combo. Also, how does one low broil? LOL, my oven will switch to bake if lower than 525 degrees. All right, so the chocolate bacon pops are essentially a wooden skewer. I cut it in half, and so the lengths are just like kind of like this. So one's this long, one's that long. And you basically get a piece of bacon, wrap it around the stick on the top, and then stick it in like in a little, you know, oven tray, bacon sheet thing. Put in the bacon sheet tray thing, and you bake them. And then after that, you can broil them if your oven allows. I'll get to that answer a little bit later afterwards. But yeah, good question. So you bake them in the oven, and you essentially get some dark chocolate chips, mix it with some almond milk, heavy cream, mix it all together, kind of make like a ganache, but you want to make sure the consistency is thin, not too thick, or else when you stick the bacon in, pop in to like pull it out, it'd be like stuck, be like, oh no, I'm stuck. So basically making sure the consistency is high, swirl it around, and then put it on a little baking sheet tray, sprinkle some nuts, whatever you want to do on that one, and then freeze them in the freezer for about 30 minutes, and then boom, chocolate bacon pops. I know, great combination. If you're a sweet and savory kind of person, this is the recipe for you because you're gonna be like, oh my God, I'm in heaven. I love bacon and I love chocolate. And you combine the two, chocolate bacon. How does one low broil? So I know some ovens actually don't have a broiling option. I know that on most ovens though, there's like a little keypad number thing where you can like push the button and it'll say like high broil or low broil. Usually just push the low broil option, and essentially it's heat coming from on top of the oven. So it's like basically a way to caramelize, or if you want to go for that aesthetic look on the top of like a pie, for example, I guess would be a good option. Yeah, not an oven expert, but yeah, just you know, that's all I got for broiling. Like I said, I'm not a chef, I'm just a cook. Overcoming plateaus for next video. Great question. Are you exercising on a daily basis? What are you eating on a day-to-day basis? So is there, a lot of consistency, or are you mixing things up with a variety? Are you throwing different vegetables in, different types of fruit, different nuts? Are you, eating different things for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Are you snacking? So those are two factors that I would say contribute to possibly a stall, or if you want to break through it. Like in the gym, for example, if you're doing the same workout, the same weight for 2-3 weeks, eventually your body's not gonna build up more muscle, because it's gonna be like, oh, I'm so used to this, like this is really easy, it's the same weight, 20 pounds every single time, easy, easy, easy. No, if you switch it up and do a different type of exercise, or increase the weight and do it a different way, then you will probably be able to break through, I guess, muscle plateau. Is that even a thing? I don't know, probably not a thing, but you might actually just be at your ideal weight for your body already. So if you're at, like for me, I guess I'm at like 165, 170, bouncing around there. So that's kind of my, I guess, ideal weight to be at. Burning question. Do you have to count calories on keto? Love this channel, Steve. Thank you so much, sir. Much love back to you. So do you have to count calories on keto? You don't have to, but if you find that it works better for you and your lifestyle and keeps you more accountable, I definitely would suggest counting calories. I was talking to a gal a while ago. She called it sicko, like calories in, calories out, essentially is kind of what you're doing. So you're tracking what you're eating in terms of calories in, and then your calories out, in terms of exercise. So if you're eating 1,500 calories every single day and you're expending, 1,800 calories, you're gonna have, a 300 calorie deficit. If you can, I would. If you can't, no big deal. Good question. Hot tamale questions. Do you recommend any particular recipe book, and do you have one? Anything by Maria Emmerich, shameless plug. She's awesome. She's amazing. Her family is incredible. Definitely check out like any book from her. Like her recipe books are awesome and fire. I actually made a recipe of hers on my channel, which is the buttery scones, and then also the dairy-free keto chocolate pudding thing I made. Those two are actually her recipes. So I gotta give credit where credit's due. Those are actually two of my most popular recipes. Go figure. I do not have a recipe book. I haven't thought about it, but I'm like, no, I don't really want to do that. Like that sounds too tough. And I like doing my YouTube channel. So that's kind of what I'm going to be sticking for the short term. Will the keto hype die like other diets? Oh gosh, I sure hope not, or else I'm gonna have to change my name to like Healthy Steve or some other Steve variation of Foodie Steve, Food Guy Steve, YouTube Steve Guy, I don't know. But I will say yes and no. Yes, in the sense that, I think that there are trends that kind of come and go in terms of the popularity of, I guess, new diets and new lifestyles. I think that in the next few years, like 2, 3, 4 years, there'll be another diet that kind of, surpasses keto. But I think in the interim, it's kind of here to stay just because of, the crazy amount of health benefits that keto has. There's more and more studies that are being done that show, hey, keto is good, it's not bad. It's, something that you should definitely try to use as a tool to kind of, not only help with weight loss, but also, the overall health benefits of it, like I kind of mentioned earlier. So I say no in the sense that I hope that it doesn't die anytime soon. But I think yes in the fact that, it's ebbs and flows. So there's obviously not going to be, keto hype forever and ever and ever. But I guess kind of everyone's riding the wave, so to speak, right now with keto. So in that sense, I would say, like I said, yes and no. So great questions. All right, you guys, thank you all so much for the questions. I love the questions. They were awesome and amazing, and I'm glad you guys did that. So much love to you. Let me know in the comments if you guys want more of these style videos. I am more than happy to answer the questions that you might have with my answers, because I love you people. I do it all for you. You are the people. You are the reason I do everything. I do it all for you. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, it would be awesomely appreciated. So, yeah. I think that's it. All right. I'm done. Okay, bye.